Hi guys, this is Sbc Hoops, and now we will be giving y'all our top 8 predictions, not regular season predictions, but our power rankings for the West.
All right, Imran, what's your top 8 seeds for the West?
I got the Clippers, not top 8 seeds, as in top 8 power rankings. I got the Clippers being the best team in the West. I got the Suns second. I got the Warriors third. I got the Warriors third. I got the Grizzlies. No, I got the Lakers fourth. I got the Grizzlies. I got the Grizzlies fifth, the Pelicans sixth, the Mavs seventh, and the Nuggets eighth. That means the Timberwolves will miss the playoffs.
Oh,
I,
that is crazy. I
I,
mean, I can keep if you're 8, or do you want to just jump straight into my 8?
I look. Let me explain my eight real quick, okay? Clippers. I think Clippers are a team that's gonna catch everybody off guard this season. Returning Kawhi, I really think they're just overall they have so much talent. Kawhi, Paul George, they got the superstars
They
they
got
were
John Wall.
that they were missing last year. John Wall, he's really gonna be like an X factor. You don't know what you get, but if you get anything, then it's better than what you expected. That kind
Right?
of thing. But honestly, they don't need it. They got the talent everywhere else. They got
Do
it.
they
They
start?
just
Do they start? Do they start
we
Reggie Jackson or John Wall?
they start Reggie Jackson all day.
Are you sure about that?
I'm starting Reggie Jackson all day. You again when I was saying about John Wall,
Is John
whatever
Wall gonna be okay coming off
whatever
the bench?
whatever you get is a plus. Who gives a damn? What has John Wall done the past couple of years to
On the Rockets, he wasn't doing bad. He
he
was
wasn't
averaging like
doing
18 a game.
it was okay if he brings that production to the Clippers. Yes, of course he'll start. Of course he'll start. But I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna get from John Wall and the Clippers. That's why we don't know. But either way,
I don't
it's
disagree
nothing
about
but
your
pluses.
Clippers take. I have them high too. I don't have them number
I I
one, but I
got
have them high.
I got Phoenix too. I think this is one that will be debated.
Yeah, you don't need. No, not really.
They're still a super team. I mean, not a super team, but they're still like they're gonna get they had 66,
They're a
66,
very
67
well-rounded team.
wins. They have a very well-rounded team, and they just ended up losing to the Mavericks last season, kind of because of themselves, to be honest. But and also Luca is a bad man. We'll get to him
We'll get
later.
to that.
Warriors third. Warriors, those fraudulent Warriors who won a championship last year.
Crazy.
Otto Porter, Otto Porter, Gary Payton, two huge losses to the depths of this team. You still got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. I assume he's only gonna get better in his second season.
I
Uh,
disagree.
you got you got young players like Kaminga and Moody and Wiseman that they're gonna have to like have a bigger load into this team. They're gonna have to start developing and getting better. So I think like it's gonna be like a little bit of a transition, a little bit for them getting the young guys because now is when they need to incorporate some of the young guys into their team. I think now it's time. They won their championship, and I'm not saying like just go young and like but I'm saying like now it's time to incorporate some of your youngsters into the mix. So I think like I don't think they're gonna win a championship this year. I don't. I hope they don't. Okay. I got them Lakers in fourth. Obviously, it's a little biased because I am a LeBron fan, but we got Pat Bev. We got Pat Bev. We stole it from the
That's
Timberwolves.
terrible.
We stole them from the
Did you see
Timberwolves.
the clip of them
Pat
practicing?
Bev
Did you
is
see
gonna
the clip of
change
them
the
practicing?
Lakers. Pat Bev is gonna change the Lakers. That is exactly what we needed. We got a new head coach, a new voice in the locker room, a former player. LeBron James always does best when his coaches were former players. Tyronn Lue won a championship with him. I'm kind of like going head over heart. But I mean, I think last year the Lakers was kind of an aberration. AD started getting hurt. LeBron was out a couple weeks too.
It's fair to say. It's fair to say, but you're crazy.
But like, I'm just like assuming everything goes right. AD stays healthy. I don't want to mention that other player. That's just up to only God can handle that. I don't know what to do about that.
Also, Westbrook.
But yeah, okay, I have Lakers fourth, but obviously I'm not that confident about that. I got Grizzlies fifth. I still believe John Moran is that dude. I believe he's one of the best young players in the league. I believe he's a top 3 point guard in the top 3, top 5 point guard in the league. He's that kind of player. I think last year they took the Warriors to 6 games and they were missing Ja for like the last 3 games. I really think this Grizzlies team is a very, very, very good young team that's only gonna get better and better and better. So yeah, I could see the Grizzlies easily finishing like a top 2, top 3 seed. I think the Grizzlies are really, really good. I don't see why people are getting down on them entering the season. I don't understand that. Pelicans spot. You saw the Pelicans take the Suns to 6 games, the number 1 seed last year without Zion
Oh,
Williamson.
talk. I think you have Pelicans 6.
Yeah, Pelican 6. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait, so
yeah.
where do you have the Nuggets?
8th.
Okay.
Okay, Pelicans. I have the Pelicans 6, adding Zion Williamson. You know,
One of the
they're
best
just gonna
players.
be better. He's a very, very good player, and it's just, can he
Very,
return?
very good. He's one
Can
of
he,
the best players when he's playing.
can he return to that? That's the key. If he can return to that, they'll probably be higher on this list. Mavs 7. Uh, it's crazy to say a Western Conference Finals team is gonna finish 7, but like all the teams that I have above them got better.
So
Besides
did
the
the Mavs.
Lakers,
So did the Mavs.
I don't think the Mavs got better. Losing Brunson and adding
I
Hardaway.
don't
I
think
mean,
Brunson's
resigning
that big of a
Hardaway,
loss.
and then who? What else did they get? What was his name?
Christian Wood,
Christian Wood. Yeah, Christian Wood is a very, very good player, but like,
JaVale McGee.
no, I don't think
That's
they
the
necessarily.
starting
I don't
center.
think that's an upgrade. I don't think they necessarily upgrade. Christian Wood is a very, very good player. Don't get me wrong. Last year when he played with the Rockets, they had like a 6-game win streak while he was on the court. Once he got hurt is when it started going on. Don't get me wrong. Christian Wood is a damn good player, but like, not having Brunson is going to be a lot of weight on Luka. A lot of the ball going to be on Luka. A lot of the pressure, a lot of the scoring load, a lot of the scoring pressure is going to be on Luka. No,
BP.
no, you won't. And another thing too is why I don't see him winning MVP. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that later. Okay, and then I have the Nuggets 8th. Honestly, I may be underrating the Nuggets because like this is one of the teams that every time they've had Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, they've been a top 3 seed, top 4 seed. So maybe I am disrespecting them, but like, and I am disrespecting Jokic by saying he's gonna finish 8th, but like, this is just my power rankings, really. Like, they're probably going to finish higher. I'm not going to lie. They're a very good team, too. And the West is actually returning to being a very good conference. I have the Timberwolves missing out on the West. And the Timberwolves added Rudy Gobert. They still have Anthony Edwards. They still have D'Lo. They still have Anthony Edwards, D'Lo, Rudy Gobert. And then they have Karl-Anthony Towns. I forgot to mention him, who I think is overrated.
Good starting 5.
Yeah, they have a very good starting 5, and having them miss the playoffs is kind of. But look, the West is loaded. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see which.
I think the East is more loaded.
I want to see which of these teams I have in. You have missing out.
And I'll tell you.
The Lakers.
Are you ready?
Let's see.
All right, I'll go through mine and then I'll talk about what yours was. Okay, my number 1 seed is the Warriors. They get a full season.
Wait, go through your A. Go through your A. I want to see who you have missing out and then talk about the teams.
Okay. Yeah, I got Warriors 1, Suns 2, Clippers 3, Nuggets 4. I got Grizzlies 5, 6. I got the Mavs, 7. I got the Lakers, and at the 8th spot, it was a toss up between the Timberwolves and Pelicans, and I chose the Timberwolves over the Pelicans.
Oh, which team do you have missing out?
The Pelicans.
Wait. Say that again.
I got the Warriors, the Suns, the Clippers, then the Nuggets, then the Grizzlies, then the Mavs, then the Lakers, then the Timberwolves, and no Pelicans.
No Pelicans. Okay, I can see that.
All right, now I'll go through why I rank. Okay, number 1, Warriors. We get a full season. It's been a minute since we've gotten a full season of Steph, Clay, and Dre. Now, not only are we getting a full season of Steph, Clay, and Dre, but now we still have Andrew Wiggins. Oh my goodness. Hello to the league. Hello. This is not just a cheap championship run. This is the best team on paper. They got one of the best coaches. This team I am so confident this team will finish as the number 1 team in the West. I am so confident because you can lose Clay and they'll still win games. You can lose Dre and they'll still win games. Not only do I think this Warriors team is going to produce a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Draymond Green, but they also have James Wiseman, who looked really good in the preseason. If you add him into that starting lineup instead of Kevon Looney, you're looking at a starting lineup of Curry, Clay, Dre, Wiggins, and James Wiseman, a 7-foot monster. A really good starting 5, and their bench is still deep. You still have a rising star in Jordan Poole, who everyone can see is another Splash brother. They have 3 of them now. Jordan Poole is him. Jordan Poole is that guy. He is him. Yes, you lose Otto Porter. Yes, you lose Gary Payton. But I don't think it hurts them that much because you still have Jordan Poole coming off the bench. That is crazy. People check in people like Nuggets, they'll check in Bones Highland. The Suns, they'll check in I don't know, like Cam Jordan or something. People check in these players. The Warriors get to check in Jordan Poole. They get to check in. When you see that as an opposing team, that's not someone you go, oh, that's one of their backup players. We're good. That's how a starter on like 20 other NBA teams, by the way.
He's a
Coming off the bench.
starter. He's a starter on the
He's
Warriors.
not starting this year.
Steph, Clay, Jordan Poole, Draymond, and whoever they play
Wiggins?
big it.
You're benching Wiggins? Hello?
I mean, they're
You're running
dream,
Draymond Green
their
as a
their dream lineup had Draymond at 5 or whatever. But I mean, they probably will bench Poole.
They could actually, I could see them starting with that lineup, but then you still have James Wiseman and Kevon Looney coming off the bench as your big man if you want to run a big lineup. And so I just think they're really deep. Even with the 2 losses of Otto Porter and Gary Payton, I think they're still good.
Let's speed it up. What else you got?
Yeah. Number 2, I got the Suns, same big 3 with surrounding players. Now, I will say they could easily drop the loss of Jay Crowder. Depends on if they trade Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder, I think he's very important.
He's holding out.
And if he gets traded or something, or if he's not on the team, I could see them dropping down like the 4th, the 5th seed. But I got them at number 2. Clippers, number 3. Kawhi Leonard returning. You add John Wall. You still have a good team. You got Ty Lue as your coach. It's a really good team. I could see them surprising the league, just like you said. Number 4, I got the Nuggets. Hello, you got a back-to-back MVP. You add Jamal Murray back in the lineup. Michael Porter Jr. is coming back in the lineup, and they're not a top 4 seed somehow? No, come on. That's a loaded team as well. And you still have a former head coach of the year as their head coach. So I think they'll be just fine. Number 5, I got the Grizzlies. Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson, still a great team. I think losing DeAnthony Melton is what they did wrong because now Tyus Jones is their backup guard. And I don't think he can hold if Ja is out for some games as DeAnthony Melton did when he was a starting point guard. And so I think that hurts them. I dropped them down to 5. Mavs at 6. Mavs only got better. I think Jalen Brunson is a big loss, but I think Jalen Brunson only had a little stride. I think he had the perfect stride at the perfect moment entering in the playoffs. He started averaging like 20 points a game, and he just had like that perfect stride that no one saw coming. Do I think Jalen Brunson is like that? No. Do I think the Knicks overpaid him? Yes.
I do too.
And the starting 5 of the Mavs is still really good defensively. Besides Luka, who is so good offensively that you don't really need him to be good on defense, you still have Dorian Finney-Smith, Tim Hardaway, Spencer Dinwiddie. You got JaVale McGee as shot blocking center. Christian Wood coming off the bench. It's still a loaded squad. Dwight Powell coming off the bench. It's really good. You got Jaden Hardy. Watch out for Jaden Hardy. He's nice. 7, I got the Lakers. I'm never going to put LeBron out of the playoffs. So that's all I got to say. It's LeBron. And I'll talk about him in our MVP talk. And I do think he'll be up there this year. I think that season is set up perfectly for LeBron to have another great season, even as old as he is. AD, if he stays healthy, is always the big question mark. Anyways, number 8. This is the most controversial thing. But I think when you add a 3-time defensive player of the year, I think it's 3-time or it's 2-time. I think it's 3-time. Has Rudy Gobert won it 3 times or 2 times?
I think it's 2.
If it's 2 or 3, either way, when you add that to a team that was already a playoff team, I can't take them out of the playoffs. They only got better. The Pelicans, yes, they got better by adding CJ McCollum. Yes, you do have Brandon Ingram. Yes, you do have Zion. Yes, you have these players like Herb Jones. Yes, you have a good roster. Do I think it's good enough to be a playoff squad?
He's won it 3 times. It's 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, when you add that to a Timberwolves team, I think they're good enough to make the playoff. Do I like the team? No, I think their defense is going to be bad, even adding him, because I think Rudy Gobert is a liability on defense when he's on the perimeter. And I think D'Angelo Russell is a liability on defense. But I still can't take them out of the playoffs. It's still too good of a team on paper. I just can't do it. It's just like the Hawks, too good on paper for me to take them out. And so I took out the Pelicans. Do I feel bad about it? No. I think the Pelicans, if they do get in, they'll be an 8th seed just like they were last year and lose in the first round to the Warriors. Some question marks, though, after my 8 that I've said are Blazers are a question mark. Yes, they look terrible on paper. We don't know how good Anthony Simons is going to be. You still have Damian Lillard. Jeremy Grant is on that team now. You still have Yusuf Nurkic. They can make a surprise spot for those top 8 seeds. I'd watch out.
They can surprise everyone and make the play-in and lose. They can't defend anyone.
You still have Damian Lillard.
They can't defend anyone, and they got nobody to create for anybody besides himself, besides Damian Lillard.
Anthony Simons.
He can only create
by accident.
He can only create for himself. He can only create for himself. They got nobody that can create for anyone else besides himself. That's why Dame has been calling for somebody like a Draymond Green or someone that can create a shot for him. But he can only create. He's the only person who can. Don't get me started on the Blazers. They have failed Damian Lillard. They have failed the entire organization. I'll never have them in the playoffs.
And another question mark. I know everyone hates the Kings. They get no primetime games. They suck, right? You added Domantas Sabonis. I think it was a bad trade for them. But Domantas Sabonis, let's not act like he's not an all-star.
And they also got that one big man from the draft.
Yeah, they get I forgot his name. They got Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray, that's what it was.
And then you still have the Fox. They got Harrison Barnes. I think you're still good there on paper. I don't see why they can't make a surprise spot. But I guess that's the Kings every single year. Are they going to make a surprise spot? And they never do. But I don't know. I think changes in their coaching staff are good for them. And I think they might make a surprise run if they run their offense correctly and get back on. I think I could see it happening. But that's my top 8. But yeah, I had the Pelicans out.
And that was our top 8 for our Western Conference. Thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see y'all.